district news. A couple things that actually benefit us being online. The district installation of officers ceremony is scheduled for August 14th, and that has officially been moved to Zoom. If anybody is interested in attending that, I shared a link on our private Facebook group yesterday, and that includes the Zoom link and the passcodes. I believe it starts at, I think, 6 o'clock Eastern time. And other than that, the Mesa fundraising event that the district puts on every year, that has also been moved to a virtual ride / walk / run. And you can find more information if you're interested in participating in that through the district's main website. And that should be going on through, at least through partially through September. They had a couple different events that gave different dates. So check that out. Sue, could you give the secretary report?
Everybody should have received a copy of minutes around July 5th. Did everybody get their minutes in an email? Yes, no, maybe? Okay. As long as that's happening, did anybody have anything that needed to be changed or added to? Okay, then they will stand as sent.
The month of July is our busiest financial month of the year because that's when all the dues comes in and our payments go, the majority of our payments go out. We are current on all our club dues. We brought in $6,219 in club dues. The other part of the income part is we started our Guatemala Rise Scholarship Fund, and we had contributions of $230 for that. And that's a per month contribution, a commitment that our members have made that to have a scholarship for a student in Guatemala, it's $80 a month. So that would be 8 members giving $10 a month or 4 members giving $20 a month. We have some people giving 20. We even have a member that's giving $50 a month. We have enough to do the 2 students, and we only need really $40 more or 4 people to be able to do our 3rd student. And then on the expense side, we paid our RI dues, which was $1,592. This year, the district has waived our dues for the first half of the year, and that's why your dues were less than what they normally would have been. That reflected in the district not charging us any dues. Yeah, we paid in PayPal expenses, which is what to collect all of that money that came in from all the different things, was $161. We had our Zoom conferencing meetings, which is $150. They did charge us sales tax, but DJ helped me with a form and we got tax exemption, so we got the credit back for that. And DJ texted me right before the meeting. He's traveling right now, so he couldn't make it tonight. We've paid our first payment to Guatemala Literacy Scholarship Program for the 2 students, $160. And then our notebooks that go out for new members amounted to $42. So our total expenses were $21.59, which leaves us with a net income of $4,289 for the month and for the year. On the balance sheet, we have $7,800 in our checking account and $70 in surplus in our Guatemala development account, for a total of $7,939 in cash. And then on the liability side, we have, actually, it's listed as a liability, but it's a positive number. We have $244 in supplemental dues funds. So if we ever have any members that can't make their payments due to financial situations, for instance, of COVID, that we would assist them in that area. So that gives us retained earnings of $3,400. Net income, again, was the $4,289. And guess what? It balances $79.39. So that's all I have for you on the income statement. And then going into the membership report, as I told you, we have had 4 new members this month. David Doherty's with us. He's a past district governor. Many people know him. He was with District 6600 and recently moved to Indiana. So David has joined us. And we have Laurel, who joined us earlier in the month. And now Marvin and Claudine have joined us. So we're growing. We're literally, as I state, we are the fastest growing club percentage-wise in the district. And Toledo better watch out. I know they're the 11th largest club in the world, but I think we could catch them. So. And that concludes my report.
Okay, Deanne, are you able to give a quick report for the programs?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, Laura is obviously doing our programs at the moment and still providing one lesson and a theme every month at the moment. So we are going forward, and there's still a couple of spare ones there, but you know, I guess everybody needs to just recheck where they are against the list as to where the allocation is. And for those that are new members that have joined us, you won't be on the list, provide a program, but if you would like to, as you find time to find particularly YouTube, TED Talks, they're really good, of about 15 minutes, 20 minutes length. If you happen to come across something that you think others would like to share, feel free to message it to Laura. And she'll park it for a program, particularly sometimes people can't actually provide the programs on time that they need to. So she likes to have a little spare stash of that. And it's a great way to get involved in the club.
Great, thanks. We don't have anything on the agenda for old business. Does anybody have any old business that they want to discuss?
I might have new business.
You might have new business. Okay. Well, moving on to new business, Ken, do you want to kick off?
I do. 2 things. One, I'm going to throw Marvin under the bus because Marvin gave an outstanding program to Perrysburg Rotary on Friday, which may have precipitated this whole fado-do of increasing our membership by 5% with one couple in one 2 or 3 hour period. And Marvin's topic was on implicit bias. So if we need another program, we might be able to sweet talk Marvin into doing something like that live like this ahead of an upcoming board meeting. And then Claudine can be there to hear it because, you know, she's busy saving babies and taking care of their hearts. So she wasn't able to do that. So there's that. Next point was I was emailing, I think it was the board. I may have said this in an email back to the board, but this club is like the little engine that could. It does more service than a whole lot of other Rotary clubs that I can count in the district, just from the little bitty asks that we do for the RISE scholarships. And it looks like we're on our way to getting more of those. No muss, no fuss, no drama. We just help people. We don't make a big deal out of it. So that scholarship idea is that, you know, folks will commit a little bit of money to that scholarship, little and often, it's not a big shake. So there's another way to do that. It's always a good day to be one of those Rotarian that makes their annual gift. Every Rotarian, every year. This is not news. Everybody here should be nodding their heads. Now, Laurel, it might be news. I don't really think it's news for Laurel either, because Laurel, this is not her first rodeo in a Rotary Club. This is not rocket science, and you can use Rotary Direct, and it is so painless. I promise you won't even miss it. I mean, frankly, with the money that I'm not spending with Marvin at Benchmark Restaurant in Perrysburg right now for lunch, I'm in the Paul Harris Society, giving $1,000 a year. I don't recognize it. It's a month's lunch. Claudine didn't know about those lunch appointments we had apparently, so now Marvin and I are in some trouble. Got it. Doesn't matter what the amount is. It matters that you do something. If you go to rotary.org/give, you can sign yourself up. They will take it out painless. Get your points to when you want to fly someplace, when we're allowed to fly someplace. Get your points so that you get extra goodies at Target. Do what you do. But that Rotary Direct can get everybody on a pathway so that this is a 100% giving club. And it is absolutely painless. So if somehow you need a friend to talk you through how to do that, if Deanne calls me from Australia and it's a convenient time for her and I'm asleep, it's not a problem. I get up all the time in the middle of the night. I'm happy to get on my computer and zippity zip, typity type with Deanne or Suki if they call me on the phone. We will do that for you. So it's a great day to be in Rotary. It's a great day to be a sustaining member. It doesn't matter the amount. It matters that you get online and do good in the world. We're doing it on a small scale here. We can be part of a very big scale, even beyond the great work we're doing in Guatemala with the Cooperative for Education. And it literally costs you your Starbucks once a week. And frankly, you know what? Save the trouble. The mobile ordering's a pain. Make your coffee at home. Give the money to hold your knack. We'll do good things with it. That's what I got.
Ken, can I ask one question real quick? Was that similar when me and my wife was at the Toledo Club? We just did that's similar to the 24. I think it was like $48 total a month. That's come direct every month.
That should still follow you. If you did it through Rotary International, that'll follow you. Toledo Rotary, it's a different animal. They typically did not promote giving to the Rotary Foundation, which is why they were surprised when you got your Paul Harris Fellow. They don't do that often. They give to the Toledo Rotary Foundation instead. So see who on your card or where that's coming from. If it's coming from Rotary in Evanston, then you're good, and that will follow because we've got your RI member numbers.
Okay, if you don't mind, we'll connect later on. So I think it's not going to the same one. I can just switch it over since we switch clubs. And
that's right.
Yeah. I'll be doing that coming up this week, and we'll get that done. Right now, my Rotary is offline. They're doing some updating with the Rotary International website. So I should be able to go on Wednesday or Thursday and get you two transferred over into our club.
And if not, we know people. John Haddis knows me a couple of things.
We know people.
We'll be good. Thank you.
And he was actually my first point on my new business. Ken has actually agreed to be the club's foundation chair for this year. So thank you, Ken, for your shameless plug.
Expect him to keep coming.
That's why you're in the position. Other news, Steve Miller has agreed to join the board as an observing, well, he'll be an observing board member for the rest of this current Rotary year. And the nomination committee has suggested nominating him to be on the ballot for the upcoming election for 2021-2022. And also Deanne has agreed to be nomination for president for the next Rotary year. So that ballot should be coming through. When do we do the election, Sue? In December?
In December. Yeah, in December. It needs to be done before December 31st. So we'll end of November, early December, we'll send out the ballots.
Okay.
But if you would, so I know that district governors elect chief of staff all of a sudden. If you would make sure that that gets entered into DAC-DB.
I think it already is. Most
sweet. One less phone call I have to make. Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's already done. I'll double check.
Thank you, Sue.
Great. I was just thinking of something and I completely forgot it. Oh, if anybody else is interested in being more involved in the board or has any ideas that they'd like to help contribute to the club, just let me know and we can do what we can to get people more involved. Jim, I had a note here about a report on the sponsorship of the 2 RISE students. Do you have anything else you wanted to add?
I'm assuming everybody knows what it's about because I sent out a couple of emails, and what we've done is we did a soft sell on it as such that we, as a club, can sponsor students. As I referred to earlier, it's amounts to $80 a month, and that's an ongoing commitment. And you want to do it for the year at least. And they have given us 2 students, and if you've gone on the website to look at them, they couldn't be any cuter. And that doesn't make any difference. But they're only 7th graders.
I think
So
sixth.
I'm hoping that we're going to follow.
I
What?
think sixth. I think sixth. 6th graders?
6th graders? Yeah.
Yep, 6th graders.
All right. So
And Joe, how do you say the name of the school that they're from? Shenango?
Shenango, you got it.
Shenango, okay.
That X makes an SH.
Yep. I'm getting better at that.
You
yeah.
are.
And so if this, when we can travel again, it'd be wonderful if we could put a group together and go down there, because the trip, and anybody will listen to us, it's the most well-organized trip of anything that you could ever participate in. And the last day, or before we go home on Saturday morning, we get to actually spend time with our students. So you actually get to meet the students you're sponsoring. And during the week, you go to one school and you'll hand out textbooks. Another school, you'll see the computer labs that we put in. Another school, you'll go to the elementary school and you'll sit on the floor and read with the students. And it's one experience after another with a little bit of culture mixed in, a little bit of pleasure. And it's very well done. And Joe would be one of the ones that would be on the trip. And I'm sure we have, like Caroline would probably be with us. She's a member of our club. And Howard's there. Howard's a member of our club, and he's in Guatemala. What do you want to add to that, Joe?
Oh, you're doing a great job, Jim. And more than anything, I want to just thank the club and everybody who's participating in this for supporting the kids. I think it's fantastic. So I think Stephen Miller got it kicked off with a half sponsorship, and then everybody else joined in. So we were just tickled. It made our whole week at the office, and I just want to thank everybody. Of all the things I've seen and done in Guatemala over the years, the RISE program, more than any other project, takes a kid that is extremely poor and has very little future and opens a door for them into the middle class. So it'll be fun to watch these kids. They're 6th graders now. They're going to be starting their 7th grade year in January. Just to watch them grow and develop over time and watch them become the successful people that they are destined to be and have the potential to be with this help. So thanks to everybody.
Thank you. And all the big buzzing news this week everybody knows about is that Jennifer Jones has been named, I think it's 2 more years, and she will be our first female president. But one of the things that I say we have in common with Jennifer Jones is she also sponsored a student through the RISE program. And she was down there last fall for graduation. So she totally believes in this. President Eon declared it as the gold standard, one of the 10 best programs in all of Rotary. And guess what? We can pat ourselves on the back because we are actually the host club for this project. Even though there's over 200 Rotary clubs involved in it, Rotary International recognizes us as the home club for this project. So I just wish we could share it with people, that someday you'll be able to travel down there and see what this is all about, because it is truly an incredible project.
Thanks, Jim. Thanks, Joe. Ken, did you have something? I saw your hand was raised.
Nope, that's the clapping sound because we're just
Oh.
that good.
Well, thank you. Great. Does anybody else have anything they want to discuss? Special news, complaints, concerns? No. All right. Well,
Emily, you're doing a great job.
thanks, Joe.
We are happy to have you as president. Great
I
meeting.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Great.
Thanks, Emily.
Thank you, guys.
I've never seen Matt so relaxed.
There you go.
Well, we can officially adjourn the meeting. It's 5:47 for me, 8:47 for most of you. So thank you guys all. Thank you, Commander Will Miller, for presenting and for continuing to show up to our club as a guest. We love seeing your face. Thanks.
Thank you all.
Stay well.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Night all.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
All right, everyone.